I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole juice, man, I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that he getting up there and he keeping it all the way phone. He ain't, what them little niggas be saying, he ain't cloud chase, he ain't capping, he ain't doing none of that. Like, he ain't trying to make himself look, you know, he letting his legacy speak. I like that shit. Like, let your legacy.
I already know. There's a little bit. You four, what we doing? Wait, hold on. That thing. It's keep that letter general. You know, let a podcast to keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. All right, y'all. So it's 5:04. Y'all already know how it go. You heard me? We getting it off. We early, so we ain't tripping today. You heard me? Shout out to my guest. You know what I'm saying? But it's his story, so I'm gonna let him tell it. Here we go. Yo.
Yo, what it do? What it do?
Man, it's all good, brother. You want to give your shout outs, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to get ready to the interview?
You know what, man? I will take a little moment to give a couple shout outs, man. Just to my producers, you know what I'm saying? Uh, providing me with all these super dope, fresh ass beats that I'm spitting on. You know, my guy Surf Show, my guy DNZ, you know, my guy Epidemic, MC Esquire. You know, these guys are all a part of my camp, and you know what I'm saying? They be working hard, man, trying to make this shit pop, man, you know? But yeah, I'm ready to dive into this, man. You know, I want to just tell you thank you so much, man, for sharing your platform with me. I really appreciate you. You reached out to me. You don't know who I am. We complete strangers other than our transactions. And it was genuine. You feel me? You heard me, you came at me, you were like, yo, I would like to know more about you, man. You know, you're talented, and I appreciate that, bro.
That's a fact. Well, get right into it, right? You got an unorthodox style. You know what I'm saying? With an unorthodox name. Is that your name? Does your name mean something? What's the meaning to your name? Is it just a creativity? Is that your government name? What does your name mean?
You know what, man? It was actually back. You know, I'm like I said, I grew up in the '90s. I'm a '90s baby. You know what I'm saying? And you know, during that time, I don't know if you recall, man, but tagging was really big, man, in the '90s, man. You know, everybody was into graffiti. Everybody was tagging. It was out of control. And AKOMA was just a name that I used to write. You know, I used to tag it. You know, and I'll tell you a quick little story. I how I got my rapper name. I went to a studio in Ontario, California, man. Just a buddy of mine, a supporter of mine, reached out to me and said that he had came across some cats that were in the music game, and they had a studio and whoop whoop, you know, this, that, and the other. So we head over to this studio to do an audition for an instrumental that this producer was shopping around, and so he had come across my guy. My guy said, "Hey, I mean, I know somebody." And he spit hella good, man. I mean, like, I think you guys should take a listen to this dude. So I went up into the studio, and there was about 6 other dudes there auditioning for this beat. And this is back in the '90s, bro. So mid '90s, you know what I'm saying? So
Before y'all was auditioning for the beat, I knew this was back in the 90s. They don't do that no more.
they don't do that no more. Beats are so accessible, right? I mean, you could download software and even make your own beats, right? You know, but back
because you from that time. Shout out to your grind. That was a hell of a time, brother. That was a hell of a movement too, though. Like you had to be that to like. It wasn't like this, and no disrespect to none of the new artists or nothing. But if you couldn't spit, we ain't gonna hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I respect you coming from that era, you making it through that era, and you still doing your thing these days. You heard me? Salute to you. You heard me?
Word up. Yeah, you know what, man? You had to have actual fucking skills and talent, man, or else you get exposed really quick, right? And it was a different time. So one of the biggest obstacles for me when I was coming up back in the days when I was just writing was having access to beats, to instrumentals, right? Because there was none. You had to know somebody that was making beats. You couldn't just download something off YouTube or yank something off of somebody's page. You had to have somebody providing these to you, right?
That's
So it was a big opportunity for me. Like, okay, word, man. I've always said, man, you got lyrics. Everybody would tell me, yo, Koma, you dope, man. You got skills. You could rap. You could spit. I just need beats. I don't got no beats to rap on. So what I used to do was I used to do mixtapes back in the day. I did a really dope one to Dr. Dre's 2001, The Chronic, where I don't know if you remember, but he released the entire album that had all the instrumentals on it. And I was able to me and an old school cat of mine, man. Shout out to Smokestacks back in the day. That was my guy, man. I hope everything life is good to you, my G. But we did a dope mixtape to it, and that's how we had to operate. We didn't have access to instrumentals. We didn't have producers serving us beats. So I went into this studio, right? I don't know anybody. I just know my guy. My guy, shout out George. My homie George, this is man. This is about 20 years ago, bro. Longer than that. This is like 98, bro. So I walk up into this studio and there's another 6 rappers there that are standing outside, right? And it was a trip, bro, because I just walked into this place. I don't know anyway. It was full of smoke, a bunch of kush. I loved it. Walked up in there, fucking room full of kush smoke. It was real dim. There's some other cats there. I don't even know who these people are. So it was kind of weird, man. So I walk up in there and one cat goes back to the booth and he's spitting, right? The guy heard his bars, whatever. The guy comes out. He goes, "Hey, man, thank you, homie. That shit was fresh." His name was DJ Clever. That was his name, man. I even remember the guy's name. His name was DJ Clever. He was the guy that was making the beats, right? So he calls me next and says, "Okay, you." He's all, "Mexican homie, you." He's all, come to the back, and I'm like, all right. So I walk out there, head into the studio. By this point, bro, I had rehearsed so much in the mirror, and I spent a lot of time in juvenile hall, man. That's where I learned my craft, bro. To be honest with you, man, I was so bored out of my mind in juvie. I started writing verses and spitting freestyles in my cell, and in the hall right there, all the other cellmates would be in the fucking window in the door, fucking nodding their head, fucking like, yeah, fucking get it.
That was a question for later, but it's all good. You answered it. Let's go.
Well, to end that story, bro, the guy came out and said, "You're the one. You got it. You got the beat." He didn't even want to hear the other 4 or 5 guys. He just came out and said, "It's yours." So after they gave me the beat, after they gave me this beat, the homie said, "What do you call yourself?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "What's your rapper name?" I go, "Yeah, I ain't got one." They're like, they all started laughing. They're like, "You ain't got a rapper name?" I'm like, He go, "Man, when you write to this beat, when you come back to the studio, you better have a name and everything." I said, "Okay." So that's how it came to be, man. I started sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck am I going to call myself? And one of my homies was like, "Use AKOMA." He's like, "It's just dope. It's different. Nobody else named AKOMA. Use AKOMA." That's how it came to be, bro.
Shout out that homie. Shout him out. You heard me? Who that was?
My guy Rick Campos, man, from Chino, California. He was the one.
Shout out Rick Campo from Chino, California. You heard me? So you gotta, speaking of your flow, you got an unorthodox style, brother. The way you fit. Are you a hip hop artist? You a conscious rapper, or you just rap? If you could put a definition on your style, you heard me? How do you spit? What do you call it?
You know what? I'll tell you what, man. I fell in love with hip hop back in the late 80s. I don't know if you remember a rap group. A lot of these new cats don't know, but they went by the name of 2 Live Crew.
Yes, of
right.
course.
All right.
I'm 39, so you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of behind you. I'm right behind you.
You're right there. But I basically had fallen in love with this rap group, man. The beats, the bass, the dirty nursery rhymes, all this stuff, man. The Fresh Kid Ice, man. Shout out, rest in peace, man. One of my rap idols, man. They used to call him the China Man, but the Fresh Kid Ice from the Two Life Crew. Like I said, rest in paradise, bro. I memorized every verse, so he kind of started me off, man. I basically learned every word from him, every cadence. You know, I memorized every one of his songs. I could rap it from front to end. Him and Brother Marquise, both. I love both of them. They were both phenomenal rappers for the time. They got me into it, man. And believe it or not, the Fresh Kid Ice was kind of rapping pretty fast. He had a song called Throw the D, an old school song called Throw the D. And his rap and his cadence was real up tempo. Yeah, he was the.
I'm very
That's right. Word. So when I was hanging out with my homies, my kids growing up, we was little, man. We were young, man. We would listen to it, these songs, the Two Live Crew, right? We have a little ghetto blaster, little boom box, all of us gathered around it, listening, because that's what we had to do. It was no phones, no smartphones. We was out on the sidewalk with a little ghetto blaster, you know what I'm saying, in Santa Ana, California, in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I noticed I had a gift, bro, when they used to trip out that I could rap every word for word.
Oh, my questions, but go ahead.
Yeah. So these cats they would start laughing and they would get a kick out of it, like, oh shit, he's fucking doing it. Like, so they would try to do it too. A lot of my childhood friends would try to like jump in and they would stumble. They'd get a couple bars in and then they would stumble, or they just couldn't memorize every word for word. That's when I knew there was something different with how my brain was wired when it came to music, man, to lyrics. And that basically set the tone, man. The Two Live Crew, first rap group I ever fell in love with, mimicked every word, cadence, memorized everything. That's what started it off. So I want to say there's a little bit of the Fresh Kid Ice is influencing me. Definitely some Tech Nine, some Twista. You know what I'm saying? Do or Die, that rap group, Bone Thugs.
I can hear it in your flow too. You know what I'm saying? How long total have you been doing music?
I would say like recording studio wise, I would say for probably about 20 years now, but I never took it very serious, bro. You know, like I never, like these videos you're coming across now on Facebook. If you look at, I just started doing it. I had never tried to make a little video, but that little video that I shot, man, it's got a good response. I don't know if you're seeing the comments and everything, but I'm getting some love on that clip, you know, and
you ran that motherfucker. You
yeah. Hey, you know what, man? You fake it till you make it, bro. Like when you don't got the resources and especially time, bro, because I got to get up, I got to grind, do my 9 to 5, I got to pay my bills. So any little spare time I got, I devoted to the music now, man. And that's why the name of my album is called Better Late Than Never. This album that I'm working on right now is called Better Late Than Never, because I got to this point in my life where I'm like, man, you know, the beard is gray. You know what I'm saying? The clock is ticking, the plot is sticking. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was too old to do it. Like I would look at myself and be like, man, don't nobody want to hear some old head rapping now. Like everybody's into that auto-tune trappy music now. Like my boom bap, you know, my fast rapping is just not, it ain't what it is. I have an album actually that came out in 2019, 2020 called Lost in Trap Nation. Because that's how I felt, man. I felt like I was a relic from the old boom bap days that was lost in this auto-tune wonderland. You know what I'm saying? So, and nothing against that, because I love Juice WRLD. There's a lot of these news. I love you know, XXX. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I like some of these newer cats, man. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm not trying to be something I'm not. You know, that's why I don't use auto-tune. I'm just keeping it real to the fabric that I was cut from, and I'm an old school boom bap. You know, bars, homie. Like I'm about that conscious spit. I'm about that battle rapping shit. You know, hip hop was a competitive sport. You feel me? When I was growing up, hip hop was a competitive sport, and I feel like a lot of the competitive sport has been taken out of it. But you know what it is? It is what it is, man. I see a lot of older cats that are kind of conforming and kind of like trying to like cross over to that new sound, and you know, more power to them, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm gonna just stay true to my boom bap roots. And because you know what, man, a lot of these younger cats will come across one of my video clips and they'll be like, yo, man, hang it up, Unc. You know, hey, Gramps, you know what I'm saying? That would have been dope back in 2003, you know? And that's something I got to get used to, dog, because I never put myself out there. So I never had to deal with the negative responses and the negative, but I get them every now and then.
Hey,
Trash.
let me tell you something. I put a post up about Kendrick Lamar performance, right? And they
I saw
attacked
that.
me.
I saw that.
They attacked me too, but you know, you see me, I'm handling my business on them. I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke. Right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't bring it on. We can get it on, or we can chill, we can be cool, or we can go back. It's cool. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta expect that. I came in this knowing that before I started doing this, you know what I'm saying? When I'm sitting down and talking to my little brother. I came in this, I'm like, everybody not gonna like me though. Like I
Right.
already look at like, first of all, I'm older. You know what I'm saying? We think different. I think different. Very
Absolutely.
opinionated. Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
very
Yeah.
opinionated. So I be like, fuck people, you understand? So that's gonna come with the territory because you know when we was younger, you understand me? And the OG was like, think of your old ass, like, come on, man, hang it. But so you understand? It's a revolving circle. You know what I'm saying? Like what goes around comes around literally. Because I didn't send some old jokes at a couple of my OGs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 39, and I'm blessed. We outliving dummies. You see what I'm saying? We blessed. It's a lot of people. You know, I'm from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't make it to my age. I'm 39. I'll be 40 this year.
Hey,
I'll be
for real.
40.
Hey, real talk, homie. I used to look at. Excuse me, man. I got a little bit of a dealing with a little cold right now. But
Yeah.
I used to look at growing old was like a curse, man. No, it's not. The older I get, and the more people that I grew up with that I see leaving. You know, I got friends passing away. I got friends that committed suicide. I got friends that got sick and died. And I'm starting to realize, man, nah, it's not a curse, man. Getting old, growing old is the goal. I mean, not everybody gets to grow old. It's a
No.
blessing to age, man. It's a blessing to have kids, have grandkids, and live a full life, bro. So I earned every one of these gray hairs, homie. I earned every one of them. You feel me? I earned them all, man. And I embrace my age now. I used to literally stress about getting old when I was in my 20s. Like, man, one day we gonna be old. And it's like, nah, man, you don't know that. You don't know if you're gonna get old. You know
No.
what I'm saying? So embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Embrace that shit, man.
Yeah. I hung around a lot of older people, so I always knew that it was another level to it. 'Cause they, to me, like we come up out that era where we respected our OGs and we respected the people who came before us. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at them as like a whole nother level of life, like, and it's like a game of life, like you gotta unlock a board. You know what I'm saying? Some
Word.
people ain't no continues in reality. You understand me? Like when you die, you gone out this motherfucker. Ain't no fresh start or X or nothing like that. Like you resting in peace. You heard me?
Right.
But
Right.
when you first started the rap, you know what I'm saying? From you coming up in the old days, right? When rap was hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Did it start out as a hobby? Did you know it was gonna be all this? Like you said, you kind of a late bloomer. You see what I'm saying? Why do you think you never took it so serious? What took you so long to get in the rap and get the type of response that you getting right now? You heard me?
You know what, man? That's a great question, bro. You know what it was I think more than anything, a lot of it was circumstantial. You know what I mean? I had it rough, bro. Not to tell sad stories or anything, man, but
I was gonna ask you that anyway. So
well, you know what, man?
hey, you answering. Look, I got to look quick. You answer. You didn't answer all. You didn't answer all of these. You see what I'm saying? So, we just wigging it, but I was gonna ask you that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So tell your
Word.
story, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell your story.
Word. All right, man. Well, like I said, man, it's my pleasure, bro. I love sharing my story, man. You know what? A lot of it, like I said, was circumstantial, man. I was in and out of juvie, man. My biological father was out of the picture by the time I was like 5, right? My stepfather, the only father I ever had growing up, uh, he was an alcoholic, bro. There was good things and bad things about him. He was a provider, a protector, you know what I'm saying? And I always respected him for that. But you know what, dude? I never had any love or affection from the man. And I think a lot of it had to do with his despise. He despised my biological father, and I was a spitting image of my father. And I honestly feel like he kind of looked at me like, I was a part of him because he was real good to my sisters. You know what I'm saying? And him and my two older sisters had a much different relationship. He was much more fatherly to them. So I never had that support line, bro. I didn't have anybody in my corner telling me, yo, you can do this, man, or yo, I don't know what that's like. That's why I tell my son that how blessed he is for having a father like me. I know it sounds funny, but I tell him, I don't who knows what I could have became if I would have had a father like me, Noah. My son's name. Shout out to my son Noah. But Noah's about
man.
my boy.
You need a daddy like you got a dad. You need a daddy like your daddy, man. I'm a daddy too. But take one to know one. That's a good father, man. Shout out to Noah. To you too, you heard me?
Thank you, bro. Yeah. Hey, dog, good dad gang, homie. That's how we roll, bro. But you know what it was
I'm down. That market that. Good dad gang.
right? Right?
GDD.
That shit need to be right here, right? That shit need to be right here.
Man, GDD. Yeah.
But you know what? Both our cultures, especially, man, we need that, man. We need them fathers, bro. We need them fathers in the home teaching men how to be gentlemen, bro, and teaching, being that measuring stick for daughters. Like, I want a man like my dad. Like my dad taught me how a man's supposed to treat a woman. And dog, any fathers that skip out, man, that's on some weak shit, man. Dads need to be responsible. We kind of went off on another trip right there, but no, I'm glad you brought that up.
Run it. This not just about music. This about your life. This about whatever come up with it. You know what I'm saying? So wherever it go. You didn't already ran down the questions anyway.
Okay. Hey man, I love this style of interview though, man. Just off the hip. You know what I'm saying? Like a real conversation. I didn't give you any questions to ask me. You didn't tell me what you were gonna ask me. This is a real heart to heart, homie. So, yo, I think what it was, man, was a lack of resources more than anything, bro. I knew, look, man, I started freestyling in like 4th grade, bro, 5th grade, right? I started off freestyling, clowning, making fun of classmates, rapping about the teacher. And it was the responses that I was getting that made me realize that I actually had talent, because my classmates would just be in tears laughing. And I would always hear them go like, oh shit, he's doing it. Like, oh fuck, he's doing it. He's doing it,
Yeah, right. So that's where you get the battle rap from.
Exactly. There you go. See, you just showed that to me. I didn't even realize that until you said that.
I pay attention.
So I noticed that I had a talent, right? I didn't realize how good a talent was until I went to juvenile hall. I did a bit in juvie, and I wrote my first verse. I finally wrote a verse. But what ended up happening was I went from rapping about classmates and making fun of the teachers and then talking about the girls and stuff. Fast forward, man. I'm on the block now. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with my homies, right? We doing the thing, man. I mean, we live that life, bro. I'm cut from that cloth. I'm on the street corner drinking 40 ounces, smoking blunts, fucking surfing. We doing it, right? This is fast forward to 1994. And you remember 1990, the 90s was wild. The 90s was a war zone, homie. There'll never be another decade.
94, a lot of our OGs consider that one of the worst years ever. And I'm from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? So they always rest in peace, Soldier Slim. He always said, you was on the porch in 94 and you lived and you was doing your thing, you a gangster. You heard me? When you said 94, I was like, okay, yeah, you living that day. Yeah.
So with that being said, I now had something to rap about. So now I'm on the corner with my homies, with the crew, whatever. Now I'm rapping about, pardon my language, but I'm rapping about bitches, hoes, drinking
Say,
40s, and
say what you want,
starving,
dog. You can
you
we
know.
thug out over here, dog. You can say what you want.
I'm rapping about, toting the heat, toting the burners. I have something to talk about now. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm freestyling on a block. We pack them 9 milli Glocks. We running from cops trying to toss them rocks, that are tucked up in our socks. You know what I'm saying? I start rapping about the life we was flipping.
That shit. You're talking that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We drinking 40 bottles upside down. You get clown, homie, you fucking fuck with the pound, get your freestyle. And I got my homies just like going bonkers over this shit, yo. They're like, yo, Vinny. That's my name, Vinny, right? Yo, Vinny. Yo, Vinny, you gotta fucking write this shit. You gotta write this shit, bro. This shit is hard, bro. You gotta write this shit. I never took it serious until I served a term in juvenile hall, man. I got bored. I sat down. I remember the name of the song. It was called My Homies. And it was just a verse. It wasn't even a whole song. I sat down and basically started freestyling and started keeping certain parts of it. You know what I'm saying? I go, I like that. You know what? I'm going to keep that, jot that down. And I started piecing this shit together and made this puzzle, right? It was called Me and My Homies. I got out. Juvenile hall, the homies came and spooked me up. We had a big barbecue and a party. Welcome home, welcome home, Vinny. And I showed them the verse, man. And all my homies there was chicks there that was just like, oh my God, oh my God, he's fucking rapping. Like everybody was just, the homies was like, bro, that shit is the dopest shit ever. You're better than a lot of, I would bump you over a lot of other cats that are in the music game, right?
That's
So
a
I'm
fact.
like, okay.
That's
I'm
a
like,
fact.
word. I'm like, all right, you really think so, huh? They're like, yo, man, Vinny, you got it, man. Like, you got a voice, you got the raspy voice, you got it, bro. And I'm like, okay, so now I know, like, okay, you know what, man? Maybe I'm gonna try to get into this, right? So
How old were you at this time?
at this time, man, I think I was about 16. I was about 16 at the time. And like I said, man, you know what? I was in and out of juvenile hall so much, man, that by the time I think I was on my file J, because in the Orange County Juvenile Hall, it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like every time you catch a case, I was like on J, bro. They was gonna send me to YA, bro. Like they were tired of seeing me at this time. They were like, this motherfucker never learns. We keep slapping him on the wrist. We keep giving him 6 months, 1 year, whatever. He ain't learning.
That's the big boys.
Yeah, dog, YA ain't no joke, homie. Like, hey, dog, that's the big leagues right there, man. I mean, a lot of people say it's even worse than prison. You know what I'm saying? Because in YA, you still got banging going on. There's still gang banging. It ain't so much a racial thing in YA, bro. Like you still got hoods. So you got black on black, brown on brown. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going down. When you get to the big house, then it becomes segregation, and it's like, yo, you're fucking hood. We don't give a shit about that. You're brown, get over there. You're black, get over there. You're white, get over there, right? That's how it goes. So I was
paying attention.
I was tripping. I was like, man, I ain't trying to go to no fucking YA, homie. Like I need to fucking, so what ended up happening was my mother on my release date, this last bid I did, she didn't pick me up, bro. She left me in there. I was doing dead time in juvenile hall because I didn't have a legal guardian to come pick me up. So I finally begged my sister to come pick me up because she was an adult, just to walk me out of the building. I said, you don't got it. And I don't blame them, dog, because I was a troublemaker. I was a bad boy, bro.
Good.
I was a bad boy, bro. And my mom was finally like, you know what? I'm not doing it no more. And
shout out to mom, man. Shout out to mom. Shout out to sis, man.
For real. They and my sister came pick me up. I'm gonna get to the point of the story. My sister came pick me up, walked me out the building, and got in her car with her husband, who despised me at the time, but is like a father to me now. But he despised me at the time. And they left me right there, right outside juvenile hall, man. So I was homeless, bro, because my mother had moved while I was in juvenile hall. She moved. I went back to my house and there was different people living there, bro. So I was like, whoa, like, what the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I'm like, I don't have a home. So a lot of not pursuing the music had to do with circumstance, but I was homeless for a lot of years. I was sleeping from couch to couch, park bench, homie. I did it all. Floor, whatever. Sleeping. I would beg people to let me sleep in the can I crash out in your car tonight, bro? Can I crash out in your car, man? I swear, man, I won't make a mess, man. Just give me the back seat, bro, for the night. I mean, it was rough, bro. And I was young, man. I was like I said, I was talking about 16, 17. I was on my own, straight up legit, man. Like I didn't have nowhere to go, bro. So luckily I had some good solid friends. Shout out to my guy Victor Vidal, man. He's a homie that I had since the second grade. He opened his home to me. His mother took me in. They treated me like her own kid, cooked me dinners, washed my clothes, bro. The Vidal family, I love you guys, man. I love the Vidal family. I just wanted to give them some love, man, because I don't want to forget the people that helped me out along the way. Not saying that I'm anybody yet or I'm anybody now, but I tell you what, man, since I started posting and being more proactive and trying to pursue it, I'm getting good. The song I did with Twista, the feature, I got over almost 9,000 streams on it, and it's been good. That's a lot for someone like me, dog. They got no marketing behind me. That is just purely people adding me to their playlist, sharing the song. Like it's legit circulating in the Netherlands, Australia,
Organically, that's
Zimbabwe.
real organic. When people be talking about organically, that's real organic shit right there. You feel them?
Absolutely, bro. And it gave
Absolutely.
me it gave me hope, bro, because I'm like, wow, you know what? Like I'm at 8,000 streams. I'm averaging like over 175 plays a day on this song worldwide. To me, that's a big deal to me, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? And it's like I'm just doing them, and it's steady, bro, because I got the artist profile, Spotify. It's steady. It's averaging about 175 plays a day. Steady, homie. No drop off. It's just kind of staying right there, So I'm like, yo, I'm actually got a little buzz going here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this, okay. Maybe it's not too late for me. Maybe I can do this, man. Maybe people will overlook the fact that I'm in my mid 40s. The fact that I got a gray beard. I'm not gonna bleach it. I'm not gonna dye it. Fuck all that, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. This is not. If you think I'm too old and you think that I'm washed up or I'm old, I'm not. I'm not rapping for you. You understand? That's how I look at it now. This music is this music is not for you. It's for the P.NUT page, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's for my generation, because I tell you what, my generation is the one that does support it the most, man. I always get comments on those videos like, yo, I love that 2000s cadence. I love that old school, that 90s fucking boom bap shit you're doing, bro. And I'm like, okay, I got my market now. I got my demographic. Now I know who I'm going after now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going after, there's a market for yeah, you know what? It might not be the mainstream stuff that you hear on the radio now, but it doesn't mean that I still can't become successful, start touring, right? That's the ultimate goal, man. Start to, get a big enough fan base to open up, open up for a headliner, get on a tour somewhere. If I could pay my bills, bro, and do music for a living, that would be good enough for me, dog. I don't have to get rich on it. If I could just live my life and just travel the country doing my thing, bro, that would be good enough for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what I feel like I was put here for this, bro. Like honestly, man, like I feel like this was my gift from God, bro. You know what I mean? Like some people are 6'6" and can jump 40 inches fucking vertical. Some people can get in the ring and you know what I'm saying, and throw them things, you know what I'm saying? And they don't mind getting hit in the face. They love it, you know? Some people are intelligent, they become lawyers. I feel like, bro, the way I'm not and not being arrogant, bro, or you
Talk
know,
your
like,
shit,
you know,
man. Talk your shit, man.
you know what? It's so easy for me, bro. Like if I wanted to write a song every day, I could do it. I could do it, dog. Real talk. Like if I approached it like my job, like it was my 9 to 5, and I set an alarm and I got up and said, okay, I'm gonna write a song. I could do it. I could do it. I could write verses all day.
I'll tell you this. I just had Brand Week 3. Had a lot of big brands that multiple accolades, built big empires, right? And the one I interviewed said, you know why I'm so successful? I said, wow, G. He said, because I treated this shit like a job. I treated this shit like a 9 to 5. Shout out to OG too. Shout out to OG too. Shout out to OG Earl. You know what I'm saying? Because he the one said it, you know what I'm saying? With a highlight entertainment brand, you heard me? He told me that the OG told me what you just said you need to do. He said he supposed to, and I quote OG, shout out to you.
Shout
I
out.
treated this shit like a job. Nut. I treated this shit like a 9 to 5, nut. That's why I'm so successful, nut. And I'm like, oh,
That's
when
that's real talk, bro. Yeah, man.
and when you said that, it hit my mind. So look, I asked him, right? I'm like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Because people do this to get out of the 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, persona or whatever. He said, man, it's a business. And I treated it like a business from beginning to now. It's a job. It's a 9 to 5. It's not entertainment. And shout out to you, Earl. Straight up. And you
Shout
just
out, Earl. Shout out. Shout out, Big G. That's what's up.
shout out OG. You heard me? Highlight entertainment. You heard me? But at this point, right? You realize that you got something, right? What's next for you?
What's next for me right now, man? I'm just I got I just got reunited with a producer, my guy Surf Show, who is actually the industry's best kept secret. My guy, his name is Serafin Torres. Remember that name, man. This dude, bro, this dude is like a rap Mozart, bro. Like for real, man. This guy is masterful on the keys. I mean, everything the guy does, the majority of all his music he makes from scratch, right? He's creating these beats. He's not doing a lot of sampling and a lot of looping. He played a lot of his music, right? And to me, I think that's something really special and unique about somebody that creates an original piece. You know what I'm saying? Original, bro. You know, I just re-linked up with him, so I'm really really grateful for that, man. He's been sending me beats, and I got so many beats right now, bro, that I'm so excited about. Some of the best shit that I think I'm ever gonna spit over. I'm talking about these beats. I'll be blowing in my car, man, smoking, playing them. I got the subs going, man. I'm getting chills, bro. I'm getting chills, dude, going up my back. I'm getting chills because I can already hear myself on these instrumentals, bro, and I think right now I'm better than I've ever been in the past, bro. Like by far, man. With That's one thing about music is the age is only experience, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you got cats like look at Eminem, dude. Prime example, dude in his 50s, right? I mean, still fucking killing it, bro. Like he's probably better than he ever was at this point, as far as wordplay and cadences and just metaphorically and stuff. I mean, this guy is like a rap encyclopedia, dog. So I'm like, you know what, man? Age really don't, I don't play football. I don't play, I'm not an athlete, man. It's all up here, man. You know what I'm saying, dude? And this only gets stronger with age, with time, right? You only learn more, you only attain more information. So I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna keep blasting out these video clips, man. You know, this whole thing with the TikTok and the cap cut and all that is kind of fucking everything up, man, because that was the cap cut, the video, the editor. That's what I was using to do. I can't use it anymore right now, man. So that kind of slowed things down. So the next thing I got lined up is I linked up with a guy that does media, multimedia. He works for a company called Eddie Motorsports out of Rancho Cucamonga, California, man. The guy is a true professional with cinematography. The guy's so I'm linking up with him, and we're gonna start to put together. He believes in me. He believes in me, man. He would normally charge quite a bit of money for the things he's about to do for me, man. But he's a Vinny. I want to shoot some professional shit for you, dog. I'm gonna fucking fly the drone, get aerial. We're gonna have flyovers. We're gonna do it big. So I got a lot of stuff in the works, man. I got some good, some high production videos coming. I got a lot of music coming, and I'm gonna ride the coattails off of that Twista feature. And I got a Crazy Bone feature now in the works, man. I just so I got that going, man, where, you know, we paid for the features, dog. You know what I'm saying? But who doesn't? Who doesn't pay for features nowadays, man? You know what I'm saying? Everybody pays for features, right? So, but I got a track with Crazy that I'm working on that I'm really excited to, man, because he's one of my rap idols as well. And the thing I want to share something with you. The thing that made that Twista feature so great, bro, in my opinion, was that I didn't walk in there trying to compete with his verse. You know, I went in there and I said, okay, you know what? I just want this to be the best song that it could be. I want to stay within his frame. I'm going to stay within what he's doing. I'm not trying to compete with him, first of all, because if he try to compete with Twista, he gonna hand me my own ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude, that's like me going against the teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to do all that. So I said, you know what? I just want to sound. I want to put it together, and I want it to sound the best it can. My guy King Chief did the hook. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King Chief. I thought he murdered that hook. That hook came out fantastic, man. You know what? He gave me more than what I even expected, and I just want to continue to follow up that song with this Crazy feature, and I want it to be the best song it could be. So now I'm competing, but I'm competing with that last song now. Now I want to drop some, and I have a good feeling about it, bro. I just have a good feeling about what I'm doing right now, man.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And I'm eager to see what comes out of it. And I'm glad I caught on to you. Like I said, I call all of us the up and comers. You see what I'm saying? We all up and coming, you know what I'm saying? And it's an honor to really build bridges with y'all, you know what I'm saying, with being up and coming artists and me being an up and coming podcaster. You see what I'm saying? So I get to grow with y'all. You understand me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. We get to grow together, bro. And check it, man. You're going to be calling me back here when we're both on the next tier, bro. All right, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you gonna call me back, and we gonna run this back, baby. But we gonna run back, and we will have grown since this day, bro.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. So speaking of growing, right? Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give your younger self just starting off?
What advice would I give my younger self? Man, man, that's a great question, bro. And as far as musically, as far as what advice would I give younger AKOMA coming up?
Whenever you take that question.
You know what, man? I would say exactly what you said, man. When you went about approaching it like a job, and just not being.
The OG told me that, and I told you. You said the same thing that a successful businessman with accolades said made him successful. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take his words, man. But I just, you echoed the way you wanted to approach it, the exact same way that he said he approached it, and now it's all of this.
Exactly, bro. So basically, and I love how you keep it 100 with your people, man. I love that, man. But basically, that's what I would say, bro. I would say take it more serious. Don't be so worried about what people think. You know, don't worry if you feel like you're too short or you're not pretty enough, you're not good looking enough, or you're not. A lot of insecurities of my own insecurities held me back throughout the years, man, because I didn't think that I was marketable. I didn't think that I had the entire package. Yeah, I was talented. I thought about becoming a ghostwriter. I thought about just writing lyrics for other people. And that held me back a lot, man. I would go back and tell younger Vinny, hey, man, don't worry about all that, man. Do you listen to Notorious B.I.G. because you think he's cute? You know what I'm saying? Why don't no, man, you listen to him because he's dope and you fucking like his shit, man. Motherfuckers ain't listening to you because are you rapping for girls? Are you an R&B artist? Are you trying to be sexy and appeal to women? No, man, you a street motherfucker spitting bars about fucking life, spitting bars about shit you've been through. Nobody gives a fuck about that, man. If you got talent, they cannot deny talent, right? They can't deny talent, bro. If you're talented and you got it, then just go for it. And that's what I would tell younger me, man. I would say, man, kill all that bullshit, all them insecurities, all you worried about, whether people are gonna like you or not, whether you feel like you're stepping into a culture that's predominantly Black African American. You feel like,
That
oh
was
well,
my next question. That was my next question. Being that this is a predominantly Black uh industry, correct? Does that put any type of, well, obviously you said it did, but does it still put any type of pressure on you, or you feel the need to go hard, or an extra chip on your shoulder,
well,
or just let it just go out?
good question, bro. And I'll answer that like this, bro. I think a lot of why I didn't pursue it, because honestly, bro, I think if I had approached it how I'm doing right now, I probably could have been blown up by now, bro. Real talk, man.
That's a
But
fact. That's
I
a
was
fact.
so
That's a
I
fact.
was I was so worried about, like you said, about just stuff that was out of my control, man. And I don't rap. I don't rap like a traditional Chicano rapper. Okay, like maybe in New York on the East Coast, you got guys like Immortal Technique and Big Pun, and you got Fat Joe. It's different on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast. You feel me? On the West Coast, you got a lot of cholo culture. Cholo, Mexican gangster cholo culture. A lot of to be a successful Latino rapper, you kind of have to embrace that culture. The lowrider, the fucking SA gangster shit, right? I don't fit that prototype, dog. Like if people didn't see who I was, they would probably think I was Black. You know what I'm saying? Like if they didn't see a visual and they just heard, the only way I had a friend tell me this. He's a Black homie of mine, man. Told me the only reason why people would probably pick up that you ain't Black when they only hear you is you're not dropping N bombs. You know what I'm saying? So they would kind of catch on to that right there. Like, I never hear him say the N word. You feel me?
But
So
I'm gonna tell you this though. The connection, like you literally, either you watch my interviews, or we just got that connect, because you literally you answered all the questions that I had. I didn't screen, like I want everybody to know. I did not screen him for no questions. You answered them, and like every question that I promise you, I just wasn't saying that. I put this on my grandma. Every question that I was about to ask you, you answered it. And when you said the thing about the in the Black industry, I was like, damn, this mother, he answering. So that's the chemistry. Like, so that I can see what your little partner talking about, and they wouldn't know you wasn't Black if they didn't see. You see what I'm saying? Because the chemistry there, because like I'm sitting here and I'm like, God damn, like you answer. Remember when we first started, I was like, all right, I was gonna ask you that question, and remember? And it was like you've been answering everything that I was thinking this whole time. I
hey
promise you.
man, hey, that is
Even when I threw the papers, I'm like, fuck it, we just gonna go a cappella. And like everything I'm thinking, all right, boom, I'm gonna hit it with this next. And you'll say something to answer it. And I'm like, damn, when I'm gonna ask them next? And then I'm like, all right, boom, I'm gonna build off the convo, right?
right.
But when you said that the Black industry thing, I promise you, that's like the fourth time that happened. But I was just about to ask you that. I promise you. You see what
Hey, man,
I
hey,
promise you.
we because I feel like the conversation is genuine, bro, and you could tell, man. I feel comfortable talking to you, bro. This is the first
That's
time we've ever spoke, and you give off a good vibe, bro. Like you give off a genuine vibe, and I feel like I feel like your motives are you just want to help me, bro. Like that's how I feel, bro. Like I feel like you hear me, you heard me, you saw. You're like, you know what, man. People need to hear this guy. People need to know who this cat is, man. Like this guy's being slept on. That's how I feel, And then you reached out to me, and honestly, man, when you dropped that message when you DM me that message, you said, man, you spitting that. You're like, I got to sit down and talk with you. You know, like you bringing that fire, man. That made my day, bro. I heard that. I shared it with. I was sitting with my brother-in-law, my sister. We was in the man cave smoking. We was sipping. I played that message loud for everybody to hear, and everybody was like, "Fuck yeah, bro!" Like that's what's up, homie. Like, hey. Just want you to know, man, you made my day, bro. I showed that to my son, bro. I played it for my son. I said, look at this cat.
Now Noah, man. Now Noah, man.
I told him, I called Noah, Papa. I said, Papa, come here. He came over. I'm gonna check this out, man. I don't know this cat. I don't know who he is or not. He just reached out to me on Facebook. Check this out. And I played it for him, man. The smile he got was just like, man, Dad, he ain't lying, Dad. He ain't lying. You know what I'm saying, man? So I just want you to know that, man. Like that made my day, bro. Like and you probably not even having a clue the impact you made on somebody's day that day. You probably just thought like, oh, it's just a conversation, a message. And then little do you know, I'm on the other end going like, yeah, like, what's up, man? Like this dude. Hey, for real, man. Hey, you know what?
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
No, man, for real, man. And honestly, man, like I said, bro, like I don't fit that normal prototype of a Mexican rapper here in Southern California. So they either love me or hate me, dude. Like my peoples, my folks, you know what I'm saying? My brown people, I love with all my heart, you know. I love my culture. I love my roots. You know, I'm 53% indigenous American, bro. You know what I'm saying? So my ancestors come from the bow and arrows and motherfucking war paint and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Anything over 51 is ownership.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So they either love or hate me, man. They either say, man, this motherfucker spitting, or they either say like, oh man, like this dude, he sounds like he's trying to be like he rapping like he black or something. You know what I'm saying, man? So I gotta kind of like take it, roll with the punches with that, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like I can't let that get to me. But that was another deterrent when you from that question. I'd be like, what took you so? I felt like I couldn't wear my hat like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I rock my hat tilted to the side, or is that black culture? Like, am I like, can I do that? I rap. I remember one time.
But at the same time, you from the West Side. Fuck the black culture. Y'all gotta wear that shit for the gangs and shit. Like y'all, you gotta you got much more to worry about than I'm telling you.
Right.
Because y'all living like that. Like it's certain hats that like it's certain hats I have, right? That I just wear freely, right? And I watch because I watch things on yo, right? And it's like you can't wear this, you can't wear that. And it's the same team, just different colors or a different way you cock it. So you got bigger problems to worry about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Because I got the hat, right? And I got the color, but I'm like, it's the same damn. And this is no disrespect, right? I'm from New Orleans, right? So I'm not from that culture. So I can't disrespect y'all because I don't know about it. I'm not previous to if I am disrespecting y'all, right? But I'm just looking at the hat and I'm like, damn, I get shot the fuck up, right? And it's the same fucking team that the other, we gonna say organization.
Right.
Is it
Right.
It's the same team that the other organization had. It's just a different color and it's and you can't wear. And I'm like, damn, it's too. It's like I couldn't do it. Like, shout out to everybody from that culture, from the West Coast, which y'all go through, and the shit y'all just gotta learn to not be taken to disrespected. Y'all gotta go through. It's a lot of politics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out, man. It's like your great hair. Like you earned that for if you came out that like I'm saying you were living like that, you heard me? Like I flaunt that. You see what I'm saying? Because you earned that. Because a lot of people ain't make it and shout out and you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to them. Like I say, I mean no disrespect. But I was like kind of like just taken back, like, damn, like it's the same team. What y'all doing?
For real, man. For real.
The Angels had. The Angels had. The Angels had, I think. It's like the way you cock it, and then you gotta wear the black one or the red one, and you can't wear this one over here, and then this one. And I'm like, It's not fair. Like, all right, like I said, no disrespect. You see what I'm saying? And I said, I think it was that one, right? Like I said, I'm not sure, but I think it, right? And I'm like, damn, like it's a lot out there. Like, it ain't all that down here. So, man, you better wear that gray hair with pride, because
Right.
you earned it. Like coming up in that
Man,
coat, yeah.
for real, man. For real, man. And like that. Those are good points, man. You know what I'm saying? The valid, and it like the question you told me, man. Ask me what would you tell me? It's such a good question, bro. It's such. What would you tell your younger self? It's such a good question because I'm kind of standing in the mirror right now, and I need to take my own advice. You know what I'm saying, man? I need to take my own advice. You know, like what would you tell your younger self when you need to be telling your older self the same shit right now, right?
But it
So
looks like you're doing it. Like you got the feature with Twister. You got the other one with like you doing features with legends that you once looked up
idolize,
to. That's what I'm
idolize.
feeling
Yeah,
like. So I need you to tell me, how are you not doing what you would tell your younger self to do right now? Because based on what I see you doing and why I reached out to you, you see what I'm saying? You doing everything that you would tell your younger self to do. Like you already taking your own advice. Like sometimes we are our own biggest critics, and I
right,
don't want you to be your own biggest critic, because you got to worry about them hats. You can't be your biggest critic, right? You got to worry
right,
about the hats and how you wear it and the color and all. You got enough shit to worry about than being your own biggest critic. You see what I'm saying? You
right,
earn
right,
it. Like
right,
I'm from
right.
that. I'm not from that life. I'm from New Orleans, dog. Like y'all heard of us too. You see what I'm saying? So I come from that. I'm 39. I ain't dyed my shit yet, and I'm not in a hurry
Yeah,
to get my shit right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I learned my shit too. You see what I'm saying? I'm still here too, and I'm still functionable. You see what I'm saying? I ain't no hit up, like and that's no shot to nobody, because I love everybody, and I'm not shouting to none of my niggas or
Hey,
nothing like
hey,
that.
hey.
And
Likewise, my brother. Likewise.
I'm healthy, and who do I earned it, because I've
Hey,
been through
man.
a lot. Yeah,
Hey,
hell yeah.
for real,
You see
for
what I'm
real.
saying? I've been through a lot. So I earned these 39 years. I be 40 this year. I earned this. Like even the
Absolutely, bro.
shit. So like I wear my shit. I'm not like you ain't too old for nothing. Like sometimes we get in our own way. I made a post about this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you stay out your own way. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we are our biggest critic. Like you say, you heard me. You might not like it, but somebody else might like it. You see what I'm saying? Like it's all kind of avenues and revenues that you can take that you've already done in this short time and expand it to a long time. You have features with you have a feature about to do a feature with two artists that people dream about. People, I've been listening to them dudes all my life, and I'm 39.
Hey,
You see them?
bro. Hey, you
So
know what, man?
that's big.
It is. It's massive for me, bro. It really is, man. Because like you just made the point you made right now, man. I have a feature already with basically somebody that taught me how to do what I'm doing, bro. Like Twista taught me how to rap fast, bro. Like learning his shit, dissecting his shit, learning and spitting his shit. That's what taught me how to do this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just happen to have the ability. I got a wicked tongue, bro. You know, like I don't get tongue tied. I could pronounce words. The enunciation is clear. A lot of cats can rap fast. You can't understand what they're saying, right? They get, you know, but I make a point because that's what Twista was. He rapped fast, but you could hear every word he was
And
saying,
you
bro.
know what exactly made me contact you? You fucking said something. I be chilling, something with greenery. Something don't make me a meaner me. I
Yeah.
said, man,
Yeah.
I said, hold up. Hold up. Give me
Right,
them
man.
quick and invite him on the show and see where these balls come from. Because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I take people behind the balls. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I introduce the people to the person behind them balls. The person behind the music. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
and that's hey dog, and that's a beautiful thing, man, because a lot of times people they want to know these things about artists they follow. They want to know like something personal, right? Because then you feel like you got more of a connection with this person, right? Like that's why I love DMX so much, because I felt like DMX was letting me in on his personal life, man. Like he was sharing insecurities with me, bro. He was sharing stories with me. He was sharing, his confidence with me. Like Eminem, same thing, right? They just put their life on blast, right? You feel like you got this connection to these people, man, when you feel like you know a little more about them. You're not just rapping about bitches and guns and money. And, those songs are fine because I got tracks like that. You know what I'm saying? But one of my producers, Surf Show, told me, AKOMA, when you're at your best, when you're storytelling. He's like, I think that's when you're the best version of your rap self. He's like, you're an incredible storyteller. You know how to tell a story through music, man. And he's like, he always thought, I wish you would do more of it, And I got some stuff lined up, man. Some stuff, man. This next project, I want to make sure it's kind of a well balanced. I want to have some of that battle-esque shit, but I want to have some more conscious flows, some more storytelling involved, and I'm just really excited about it, man, because every beat that I get, man, I'll tell you what, I start every song off with an instrumental, right? And I start off the instrumental and I start off with just a cadence, right? Motherfucking, you better to run. And I start off like that, I start turning the da 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 into words.
Yeah.
Like nobody decided to help me. I did it all on my own. Yeah, and I started, and
that's how Tory Lanez and Ja Rule and Prince. That's how they came up with this song. So
word.
you already in good company. I do a podcast. I know these things, and plus, I was a Ja Rule fan. I know a lot of people was a 50 fan. Shout out 50. You know what I'm saying? I think what Big Beast did was some whole shit. 50. Personally, but you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate Ja Rule more now than I ever did before because I got caught up in the beats. And I was rolling with D12, 50, Aftermath, and it was like, hey, rest in peace, man. Shout out to Mr. Gotti, right? Yeah. Hey, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Irv. But you know what? Now I hear songs from Ja Rule and it's nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? So now I hear it and I'm just like, man, I was like, I remember this track now, man. I'm like, you know what, Ja? You wasn't that bad, bro.
But you know what I always do from being from that background? I always stay out their business, right? Like on the beat side, right? That's y'all business, right? Y'all both entertainers. I only know y'all from entertainment, and I really do think Ja Rule was a better entertainer. You see what I'm saying? So, and I just like he was the shit. Shout out Ja. Shout out Ja,
man. For real. Shout out Ja, man.
He made everybody that couldn't sing have a chance.
Hey, let me talk me the
You know what I'm saying? He made a way for us. You know what I'm saying? DMX the same way. He used to get on that. Hey, he could shout out. He couldn't sing, but now I got faith. I'm singing now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't get up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I'm like,
love that track. Love that track, by the way. Yeah, I love that track. Yeah.
Shout out, DMX. But I'm from the streets, right? So I always stay out of people's business, right? Especially they beat. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, 50 is a great artist, you know what I'm saying? Mobile, worldwide. Shout out to Fifth. But I just feel like the fans turned on. I know we getting off the stuff, my bad. But I just feel like the fans, like y'all went to Agate you the same dude that was with Shanti singing shit. But anyway, but my bad.
No. Hey, we just talking. We just talking, bro.
Yeah, and shooting the shit. Shout out to my dude Chris York. You know what I'm saying? He got a great podcast called Shooting the Shit Podcast. And this what
Shooting
they
the shit. Shout
yeah,
out.
this what they do on the I'm gonna tap you in with him. Cause y'all no disrespect, but both of y'all from the same descent. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrespect nobody culture or nothing. And that's exactly what he does. Shout out to Chris York. Let me say that again. That's exactly what he does on his podcast. That's the name of the podcast. Shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tap you in with him, and I know y'all gonna have a great conversation.
Hey
You know?
man, I appreciate you 100, man. What
Look,
bro?
look,
All I know you as is by the P.NUT page, man. What do I call you, bro?
that's my like. A lot of your people ask me that, right? But Peanut the General, that's like
Okay. All right.
that's not no gimmick. Like that ain't
All right.
like that's what my that's I really you know that's my real name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
Okay.
my
Okay.
yeah. I'm really
No.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you
But
know what, man? You know what?
yeah,
I relate to that, man. For the longest time, man, everybody addressed me as AKOMA or AK. They call me,
yeah,
what's up, AK? I mean, like,
yeah.
even people that knew my name, they opted to call me AK or AKOMA. You know what, man? And I just want to give a shout out to anybody that's actually listening, that's been following me and been with me since the very beginning, because there is a good handful of people that been following me for 20 years, man, like rooting for me, always supporting. A lot of cats that went to
It's
all my
time to
shows.
give them what they deserve, bro. It's time to give them what they deserve, bro.
Hey man, I love all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? My guy Dustin, my guy Sean Rigo, Dustin, my guy John Ferreira. These guys were coming to even if they were the only 5 people standing there watching me perform, man, they would be there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to give you guys some love. I love you motherfuckers, man. Thank you guys for always supporting me, man. And you know what, man? Your boy killing it more. Your boy killing it better than ever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like I'm like this, bro. Like one more good follow up, man. That twisted track was like a right hook, dog. I just need to follow up with that uppercut, dog. And
Yeah,
just,
you
you know
gotta,
what I'm
damn it.
saying?
You gotta, yeah. But you about to come with it though. Man, don't. It's gonna come to you. You ain't gotta chase it, man. This was meant for you. This was meant. You just had to go. You had to get your mind. It sounded like to me, you had to get right mentally to know how to deal with what you about to come in contact with.
Right, right.
What
No. You nailing it, bro. Like you got it, man. Like for real, man. Like I said, man. A lot of times I just had to overcome a lot of insecurities, man. As far as just personal insecurities and
how,
political
how,
ones.
how did you overcome those insecurities?
You know what it was, man? When my son was born, when Noah was born back in
Shut up, Lord.
2004, I had put the mic down, bro. I was right in the midst, man. I'm telling you what, man. I was in the studio with some pretty well-known names on the West Coast, man. There was a rap artist by the name of Badass, who back in the early 2000s had a buzz going. Roscoe, who's Corrupt Young Gotti's younger brother, Roscoe. I was in the studio with him. I was in the studio with RBX. You know what I'm saying? From Aftermath, RBX. I was in the studio with some pretty well known dudes on the West Coast, man. And I remember there was a night there, man. That it was Badass and Roscoe and in a group out of Philly that was called Tangled Thoughts. And they were actually really good, man. I think about them from time to time, man. I always wonder what happened with them cats, because I thought DJ Tech, that was the guy that he was a rapper, but he was making beats. I think these guys were fucking off the fucking hook, bro. They were Roscoe's homies and shit. I was at the studio, it was packed, bro. Only Mexican motherfucker in there, to be honest with you, dog. Like it's all bunch of black gangsters, homie, like gangsters, right? I'm in there, right? We start freestyling, man, and one of my homie Jimmy Lamb, shout out to Jimmy Lamb, man. He's the one that he was doing graphic design and web design for these guys, right? He called me over one night. He said, because Badass and Rock, so he was like, man, I'm gonna call my guy and try to slip him up in here, because he always believed in me as well, man. He always thought, I want to get my guy in front of these other rappers so they can hear him. They start a freestyle session in the back, right? And I just jump in. I jump in, man. We in a circle passing blunts, and I start freestyling. And badass fucking, after I was done spitting, man, badass fucking leans over to me, dude, and says, "Hey, man, you rap like a nigga, homie." And I was like, I just kind of smiled at him. I was like, "Oh, for real?" And he was like, "Hey, come here, man." Called one of his homies. He's like, "Hey, spit that shit. You just spit a bar." So I started rapping, right? And he looked at his homie and he goes, "What do you? He sound black, huh?" And his homie was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He's like, "Man, that's dope as fuck, bro." He's like, "You know what, man? A lot of people, you know, Mexican rappers, they automatically think that they have to rap like cholo rap, which I got nothing against, bro. You know, I'm like, hey, whatever you do, hey, dog, do what you do. But that was a trip though, man. To hear these two dudes tell me, "Hey, man, you," that kind of gave me confidence, bro. Like, "Hey, you sound black. That's dope." You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't ridicule or clown or try to ridicule, or, you know, they was like, "Hey, man, your shit's hot, bro. Like, keep doing what you're doing, man." You know, and
Right. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing, man. Your shit hot, bro. Keep doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You yeah, man. But we got to get out of here because I got another show for 7. You heard me?
Word.
That's your time, right? No, that's 5 your time, right?
Yeah, no, right now we 4. It's 4 o'clock, bro.
Okay, yeah. So I got a show for 5 your time. You see what I'm saying? So
okay, do your thing, bro.
I for that same show that I have, it's a music review show. That one of my artists had. His name is Snake the Roger. I would love for you to come back on his show, and so you could prepare for me your music. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, man, hey, man, I would appreciate it, bro. 100, man, if you could set that up for me, man. That would be great, bro.
I'm gonna set that up for you, man. Not the next. It's gonna be like he's kind of booked, but in the next month, I'm gonna get you on now. I promise.
Hey, I'll be right here, man. And I'm, like I said, man, I'm gonna support the page, the P.NUT page. I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay it forward, man, because I appreciate you sharing your platform with me, bringing me on, asking me real, you know, legit, having this real conversation with me, man. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate it, bro. And I look forward to the next time we link up, bro.
Before we get out of here, leave them with all your social medias, anywhere they could catch you, where if they want to give you an interview, they want to feature with you, and kind of get they think you're a cool guy. Leave them with all your social medias, your page. Promote yourself, promote anything you got out, anybody that you know. This your time. I'm giving you the flow. Man, it's been real, brother. I promise you, real recognized real, and it's been real, brother.
Hey, P.NUT the General. Hey, man, shout out to anybody that's that tuned in. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening. I got an Instagram page. It's AKOMA _West Coast. If you want to go, you know, follow my page. I post other clips on there. My primary page is my AKOMA page right here on Facebook. Like I said, I got a feature with Twista out right now. It's streaming on all platforms. It's called 2-piece special. AKOMA, Twista, and King Chief. Go ahead and peep that out if you ain't heard it yet. Like I said, it's got a nice little buzz going on. I got another track. It's gonna be a Crazy Bone feature in the works. That's coming out soon. I also got another track streaming that's a new release called Limelight. AKOMA. The name of the song is Limelight. Go ahead and peep it out, man. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback off of that track. And like I said, man, shout out to P.NUT the General, bro. You know who you are, man. If you're my peoples, you know who you are, man. It's all love, baby. And I'm out, man.
It's P.NUT the General. Too new of the podcast. You keep your body clean, man. Yeah.
Being really comfortable with all of that thing. I was just trying to say. Do what you do, baby. Yeah, I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah. I'm saying, like I said, I used to be. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone. his whole juice. Man, I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that he getting up there and he keeping it all the way phone. He ain't what them little niggas be saying. He ain't cloud chase, he ain't capping, he ain't doing none of that. Like, he ain't trying to make himself look, you know, he letting his legacy speak. I like that shit. Like, let your legacy